Yo, what's up guys, it's Cheater here, bringing you guys another video on the channel. And in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make 3D thumbnails like the one on the screen right now. And to do this you will need a program called Blender, a HDRI which I'll link down below, and you will also need Blender models which I'll also leave down below. All of this is free to download, so I'll leave all the links in the description. So if you don't have any of them, just go into the description and download them. But before we do get into the video guys, I just want to show you guys the GFX pack which I am selling. As you can see, I'm selling the ultimate thumbnail pack which includes 32 HD renders, 12 2K renders and 100 HD backgrounds and 13 color corrections. But you must have Photoshop to use this pack, and it's really cheap for its price. And I'm also selling just the renders by themselves for £5, and then the backgrounds by themselves for £5, and the color corrections for £5. So altogether you get this at a discount, so it's actually a really good price. And I'll show you guys, here's a thumbnail I made using the pack, and as you can see it looks really clean. And if you do buy the ultimate thumbnail pack, it comes with the recommended color corrections, 13 other color corrections. It comes with logo renders which you can use. It comes with 32 HD renders which are amazing to use in thumbnails. So like for highlight videos, there's so many of them. Like there's a controller one, there's this one which I used, and there's also 2K renders which are really high definition, as you can see. And there's 100 different backgrounds which you guys can choose from to use in the thumbnails. And if you guys do buy this pack, it will literally take around, I would say, a minute to make a thumbnail. And with £10 you can make 30 different thumbnails, so this pack is really worth it. This also comes with test images to test out the color corrections. So yeah guys, I'll leave the link down below to the shop where I am selling it guys, so make sure you do buy it. But if you guys can't afford it, I'm also giving one of them away, because there is a secret message which I am hiding throughout this video. If you are the first one to find the message and comment it down below, I will reply to your comment and I will give you a free ultimate thumbnail pack which you can use to make your own thumbnails. So make sure you watch throughout the whole video, and if you do find the message, make sure you do comment it below and I will give you a free pack. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So guys, before we can start making the thumbnails, what you will need to download is of course Blender. I've left the download link to Blender in the description down below. I have the 2.82 version, which is the most stable version. And also make sure you download the HDRI, which I've left the link to, called Delta 2. This does literally the shadows and the lighting for you, so you don't have to actually do lighting inside of Blender. So I have the 16K version downloaded, so make sure you download this. And also in the description I've left 2 links to a Mediafire download, and they have Blender models, so like all the skins, and they include some guns as well guys. So make sure you go into the description and download these. And yeah, if you have all of that downloaded, then you are ready to start making a thumbnail. So you can open up Blender. So after you guys have Blender open, this should pop up. You just left click on this and you should be able to see these objects like this. All you need to do to select these objects is left click on your mouse and just drag the tool across like so, and then you just click delete. But before we do import the model, make sure you are used to the controls. So clicking on your mouse wheel and move your mouse left and right will just have a 360 view. You can also do this with this tool right here, as you can see, 360 view. This tool right here is the zoom tool. You can zoom in and out by moving your mouse forward and backwards. However, I like to use scroll wheel, just a scroll wheel. You can move the scroll wheel forward and up and down, and it will zoom in and out for you. And also this tool, this is you can view it in different angles, which you'll need if you do want to select certain bones. So make sure you guys are used to the controls before you import any model. So to import a model, all you need to do is click File and then Append. Wherever you downloaded your file that I provided the download link to, just open that up. As you can see, it has a bunch of skins in it, and I'm just going to use the Rapscallion skin. So I'm going to append, go into object and select these 2 and just append the model. And as you can see, the model is here. However, for some of you guys, the model may be massive, so all you need to do to make the model smaller is click where the armature is. As you can see, mine says .ao, but your one might be named armature. You click that one, and then make sure you're on object mode, and you click S, and then you move your mouse up and down to make, like, your one might be like this big. Click S to make it smaller. So yeah, and then after that, you guys do want to probably get rid of the names of the bones. So all you need to do is go onto here, onto the object data properties, and click on viewport display, and click names. And as you can see, the names of the bones are now gone. And make sure you click up here, viewport shading, like this, and the colors should pop up like this. So yeah, and now you guys do want to, before you start moving the bones around, you want to go onto the sampling, the render properties, and what you want to do is change the render properties from whatever it says to however good your PC is. So on average, the sampling should be around 600 to 700 if you have an alright PC, but if you have a better PC, I put mine at 1000 and I have a GTX 1080. So yeah, and change your render engine to cycles, and I like to use GPU because it's just faster because I have a better graphics card, and yeah, my CPU isn't that good, so I just like to use GPU compute. And after you guys have set your sampling like this, I like to put mine to 1000. You guys also need to go down to film and make sure you take transparent, because the background will be transparent, which will just make it look, it would be easier to move around in Photoshop because you'd have to cut out the background like SFM. And also guys, now to move the bones around, you make sure you're in pose mode, and you guys will need to make sure you select the armature like this, and then it's literally just like SFM, so you can select the bone like this. You can select this bone, and then this is the move tool, so you can move left and right. If you guys accidentally do something like this, all you need to do is click Control Z, and we'll just put it back to how it is. So yeah, this is the rotate tool, so you can rotate the bone like this, and this is the scale, but we won't be using this for now. These are the main tools that you need to get used to if you want to make your model. So I'm going to quickly just move around the model like you guys would. Just get this right. I'm just going to go over move the arm, because the arm does look a bit stiff, so I'll just move it like so. And then this arm, I'm going to make the rapscallion hold a deagle, so I'm just going to move this like so. You guys need, if you want to see how your model should be holding something, do it in real life, because then it will look more natural, if you get what I mean. So like so, make her look this way. Obviously you guys will have more time to do this, but I'm just going to rush through this and move the hand like so. And guys, to import another model, I'm going to import the deagle, what you need to do is select File, Append, go into wherever your file is saved, and then just look throughout all of this. There are some guns like the deagle right here. You click Append, Object, and then select these two and just click Append. And as you guys can see, the deagle will be imported, and sometimes your gun will be very big or very small, so you make sure you select the armature of your gun, and then you click Object and then S to make it S, and mouse wheel up, and not mouse wheel, just move your mouse up and down to make it bigger or smaller. But this looks alright. So once you're in object mode, you go into the move tool, move the gun up like this, and into the hand like this. Obviously I'm just going to rush through this, and I will also show you guys how to have your character hold the gun properly, because sometimes I see lots of people's models who just don't hold the gun correctly. The fingers are all messed up because you don't know how to select the bones properly. So I'll be showing you guys how to do that as well, so don't worry. So let me go over here. So to select multiple bones, what you need to do is just, so hold shift like so, shift, and then you just make sure you're in pose mode. I forgot that. So you click shift, and then you can select multiple bones as they'll go blue, like shift, 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 like so. And then if you move them, as you can see, multiple fingers are moving. So this will be good to like to put the fingers around the gun so they all look similar. But guys, I'm gonna pose the model, and I'll get back to you guys after I've posed the model. Okay guys, so I've posed the model now, and basically after you've posed your model, it should look something like this. I've just done a quick one. This doesn't look the best. As you can see, the fingers look alright holding the gun like so. And yeah, so what you guys need to do to add a camera is make sure you're on object mode. And as you can see, I've already added the camera, but I will just show you guys how to do it. So all you need to do is click add, and then go onto camera, and it should add the camera down here like this. And then all you guys will literally need to do is just move the camera into position. If you do want to make the camera bigger or smaller, click S again, and to zoom it, like to make it bigger and smaller like so. But you just need to move it up like this. And then to view the camera, all you need to do is click the camera toggle like so. But as you can see, I've already got a camera positioned, which looks really nice. So what I would suggest for you guys to do is just move the camera towards the model like this, and I would suggest tilting it with the rotate tool a bit to the left, not too much, like this camera is tilted, as you can see. If you can see this camera right here, as you can see, it's a bit bigger than this one, and it's tilted a bit to the left. So if you want to toggle the view, as you can see, the model just that's like the style I like in the thumbnails of the model. So yeah, that's how I do it. So I can just get rid of this camera for now. And after you guys have positioned your camera, you should get something like this. And now you guys are actually ready to do your HDRI. So guys, to actually use the HDRI which you downloaded from the download link in the description, all you need to do is drag up here, and this should pop up. Click the thing in the top left, and make sure you're in shader editor, and then change from object to world, and this should pop up. Now all you need to do is click add and search up environment texture, and this should pop up like this. And what you need to do is move it to the left next to the background and connect color to color. And then now you can open wherever you saved your HDRI, you can just use that. Let me just find my HDRI, and here it is. So now I've got my HDRI. If it doesn't automatically pop up, it's because you're not in render mode. So what you need to do is just click render mode up here, and this may take a bit of time because I'm recording at the same time. And yeah, just wait for this to pop up. I'll speed this up for you guys. As you guys can see, the HDRI has basically done all the lighting for you. And this is just the basic like lighting. If you guys want a more in-depth tutorial on the lighting and how to make your models look like 10 times better, I will show you that. But this is just a beginner's guide for Blender, and that's really it. As you can see, your model may be a bit noisy, but to get rid of that, you can use denoise, but it does take longer in like your render times, and it may just make your model look a bit worse. But if you do have an RTX graphics card, you can use the denoising built in. However, I don't have an RTX graphics card, so I can't do that. But if you guys search that up, you should see how to just enable denoising automatically, because it comes with Blender now. And basically, after you guys have done this, you're basically now ready to actually just render your model. However, go to output properties and make sure you have an output set for your renders, because first time I rendered one of my models, I didn't have an output set. Make sure you go in here and have an output set, and then you're ready to literally render. All you have to do is click render right here, and then render image, and you guys are ready, and it should start rendering. This may take a bit of time, but after my model is rendered, I will show you guys the model in Photoshop. However guys, if you do want to actually use denoising, even though it may take longer in your render times, all you need to do is go into the view layer properties and then just click denoising right here. It may take a bit longer and you may just mess up a bit of your render because the texture does go a bit weird for the one built into Blender, but yeah, you can click denoising right here and then click render again. I thought I would just mention that for you guys who do want to actually use denoising. So guys, after your render is done, make sure you open up Photoshop, click File, New, and just do 1920 by 1080 is what I use. And then you can just import like your render that you've done, and I'll quickly do that. As you guys can see, and I'm a Blender render in here. But guys, I'm also going to open my ultimate thumbnail pack, and like so. This may take a bit of time to load, but it's just so much easier to make thumbnails. It'll literally take, after you've done your render and you have my like background pack and my CC pack, it will literally take you 30 seconds or up to a minute to literally just make the thumbnail. As you can see, here's my pack. So here are the backgrounds. You can now choose like any background you want. If you don't have my pack, just go into Fortnite and do backgrounds. Like you can screenshot a background in replay mode. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly just choose any of these. So I'll just choose this one, and I'll also need to get my CC, recommended color correction, and also yeah, that's about it I think. So I can now close up my pack, and yeah, so after you get your background in, you can just do this. Make sure your background is behind your character model, and make sure you have your CC enabled like so. As you can see, it just looks a lot better now, but I'm just gonna make this a bit lower, like around 15 and around 30 I would say, because we don't want it to be too bright. And yeah, I think that looks good. And also what I do with the background is go and filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I just add around 1 pixel of just blur to make it look better. Obviously this model is not the best because I literally just didn't take me that long to make, but normally you could spend around an hour on your model to get it perfect. And yeah, I'm also going to duplicate this layer right here of my I'm just going to duplicate this for the background CC. So I'm just going to make this a bit less just to make the background more vibrant, like the sky, like so. I think that looks good. And after you guys have done that, it was literally, that's all you have to do in Photoshop, and now you have your thumbnail made. So guys, if you did find this video helpful, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you saw the secret message throughout the video, make sure you comment it down below, and the first person to do that will win a free ultimate thumbnail pack. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and it's been Cheetah. Make sure you buy my thumbnail pack if you do want to make thumbnails quickly. It's really cheap. Link will be in the description and in the comment section. And it's been Cheetah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.